Hello there, and welcome to, as we're still called, the Star Wars guys, soon to be known as Fandomology. That option officially won, by the way, in the Discord. And yeah, we're doing a gaming stream here because we no longer need to on the gaming channel. Let me real quick adjust something. Oh, whoops, that ain't it. That's what I need. Shoot! I'm trying to adjust my picture. There we go. Make myself a little smaller. And I'll put myself here. There we go. Alright, so anyways, I am Paul of Fandomology, and we are back with Phil McCracken's favorite game, Skyrim.
I'm done talking about Star Wars. Talk about Skyrim.
Yeah. So anyways, I want to sort of... Let's real quick repeat what we were saying, though, just before the stream. So for those that haven't been keeping up with wrestling, Vince McMahon is no longer chairman and CEO of WWE, which is huge. And the reason why...
He was doing naughty stuff.
Yes, apparently there's some sort of sex scandal that I don't know all of the details of that he and John Laurinaitis are under investigation for. So he has stepped down, and Stephanie is now interim CEO.
At the same time, Sasha Banks got released from WWE.
Yes, which she was very, very much done dirty.
And I think that's all Vince McMahon's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, Stephanie McMahon fixes that. I don't know if that relationship can be fixed.
I don't... if it is possible to fix that relationship, it's going to take years for something like that to happen, and honestly, it may never. And by the way, hello to Woopa Troopa, who said the artist formerly known as the Star Wars guys. That is true. That is true. We are...
I heard you took care of some looters for us.
We have rebranded.
If only
Fandomology.
I could do
Fandomology.
Star Wars, Star Trek, and much, much more.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, Fandomology, I like that. And it's honestly kind of inspired an idea in me. Fandomology, let's break that word down. Fandomology, anything that's ology, means the study of. So, Fandomology,
We can talk, but be
the
quick.
study of
Dominus could be
fandoms.
back any second.
What if I did videos talking about the histories of different fandoms, be it Star Wars, Star Trek, Kiss? I know you'd like that one, Phil. I think that would be interesting. What do you guys think?
Can I help you with something? See you later.
I played this quest before. It took me a while to find out. It was like, it reminded me a lot of Groundhog Day.
Okay, you
Which
might
I don't.
you might have
you-
to guide me through.
It's been a while.
I know. Otherwise, I'm gonna just be...
There was something with the. There was something with the like you had to go into like the castle, whatever, and there was something with the chef. You need to give her skooma to get information. That was one thing. Yeah, because she's obviously a drug addict, so you give her skooma. That was one of the things.
Actually, hold on. I'm not going to be using that today. We're going to use Gold Brand. So,
Try and make this quick.
when I say I'm taking a break from Star Wars, I mean all Star Wars, which means I'm going to be de-Star Wars-ifying Skyrim. But obviously that's going to take time. I'm not going to waste a whole stream doing that, so... You know what? We'll use the lightsabers one last time. Alright, Phil. Hashtag they're gonna laugh at you. Hashtag crit will be positive for Skyrim. What is hashtag they're gonna laugh at you?
You don't know where that's from?
No, I don't.
Have you ever seen the horror movie Carrie?
No.
Carrie. I don't like that movie.
Yeah. Well, it's an old movie. It came out at the same time as Star Wars. And the girl's mom in Carrie does the saying, "They're going to lay up at you." And the way she says it, and the way
Doesn't-
she freaks out. Yes. Let me
Doesn't
see if I can
that
find
lady
the
also
movie.
play the weird lady in Misery?
What? Oh, have
No.
you seen Misery? That's
I
a
have
good movie.
not, but I know the premise. Basically,
You-
an author gets hurt and his biggest fan happens to rescue him, but then she goes crazy
Yep,
when she finds out that
Yep.
she's gonna kill Misery, one of the
She's
characters in the
creepy.
boy.
She's creepy in that movie. I wouldn't say that movie's kind of thrilling. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's just she's so insane that you really, the thing is, you think if he's gonna escape, and then you learn more about. Yeah, that's a good. I would put that on your list. I would put Misery. No, she's not in Carrie.
I thought that was the same lady.
No.
It's Sissy Spacek. She was supposed to be Princess Leia, but her and Carrie Fisher. Carrie
Same-
Fisher just wanted to do the lead scene than Carrie. So they swapped the role.
Mm.
Sissy Spacek was supposed to be Princess Leia.
So
She's
do you think?
She's actually quite a good actress.
Okay, opinion. Do you think sometimes nude scenes isn't necessary in movies?
I would say it's unnecessary more times than necessary, but that's just me and my values.
I would say, like in Conan, it makes sense because they're in that world.
Yeah,
Um,
but like for example, a college frat party where it's there, we don't need to see that. Even if it would fit, it's just like, no.
no.
And by the way, hello also to Moss. What's up, man?
Not much.
Oh, I didn't realize you showed up. I thought you were just in the chat.
No, I came into the Discord.
Oh, sweet. You missed it earlier. We were having a conversation with Nate where we were comparing our work to being in the clone army during trying times.
No, you made a Star Wars reference. So.
Hello, neighbor.
I thought it was Nate, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yep, it was Nate.
I'm currently taking the opportunity of a clear night sky to take some photos of it. Not if I can get my camera in focus.
I gotcha. So, aside from that, what's been new with you lately?
Just getting started with packing.
Ah. When do you fly now?
I fly on the 2nd of July.
2nd of July, okay. That's cutting it close, but I'll be back from Myrtle Beach by then. We may, have to do something before you go. Like, not just, like, you and I together, but, like, get all the people, the regulars from the caverns, and do some sort of big going-away party for you.
Yeah. What the hell was that? So as it sounds like metal dropping, or it sounds like,
It was. That was me accidentally bumping something in the game.
Bumping, bumper.
Ah,
Also, by the way, I'm sorry. The guys lost.
Yes, it
The
is.
guy,
not the guys. No.
The guy,
My
guys.
only good suggestion.
A skeever.
That was the best suggestion. I don't know what to.
Jeez.
After that, it's, I don't know.
Is that Woopa?
Oh God.
What's up,
She's
Woopa?
dead, isn't she?
Hey,
To see her.
I just got done streaming myself.
Can you show me?
I played some. What was it?
Oh yes.
What were you
Of
playing?
course.
I was playing Hearts of Iron 4.
Oh, fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't go too well, partly because I think a lot of people are at the Dallas thing, so not as many people came by as usual. But also, I lost because the U.S. decided to join the war before I've ever seen, like, the earliest I've ever seen them, which was rather annoying, but it's whatever.
Rest of my life.
I see.
I think
By the way,
need to be alone.
this mod that I'm playing right now, I found out something very interesting, that the team that made this took this premise and made an entire game out of it. Like, not centered around Skyrim at all. It's apparently centered around the Romans.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Paul, a game that I want you to stream and play has been released on Steam. Final Fantasy VII Remake. So,
How much is it?
right. Well, I would wait till it's on sale, but it's right now. I think they're selling it for $70. I bought it for $40. I actually bought it twice. I bought it for my PS4, and then I bought the PC release.
Yeah,
I'm actually not gonna touch it again until part 2.
yeah, I've heard a lot about Final Fantasy VII, and of course I know who the characters are because they've been in Kingdom Hearts, but I've never played a Final Fantasy game, and I'm intrigued by it.
That's the game you should play because the it's just really great.
Okay.
I refuse to play any Final Fantasy games until it's over.
Play Final Fantasy. Oh, you mean
I'm with
FF7?
No, once they finish, they say this is the last Final Fantasy game. Because until it's the last Final Fantasy game, then it's a lie. It's not the Final Fantasy. It is another game.
That's
That's a weak sauce reason.
that's.
Listen, I don't like being lied to by marketing.
The Final Fantasy VII. The whole point is they're different stories. For me, 7 is the best, alongside 6 and maybe 8. I wasn't.
I have 14. Think that's supposed to be the
14.
MMO?
Yeah, that's the MMO. 13 is fun. There's 3 parts to it. The story is kind of weak, but I like the characters enough. I just think if you're gonna play an FF7 game, just play FF7, because that to me is the best. I would even say play the original with mods, but
See, that's
I
like
think the FF7 remake's more like a movie game, and it's a better experience. They extend stuff. To their credit, though, they kind of FF7 remake's really good, but okay. So in the original FF7, the first 3 hours that you do is in Midgar. In FF7 remake, they take this and they make this whole part of the game, the whole game basically, part 1. So they drag it out to 30 hours. And they do it well. There's a lot more character, but there is parts I think they drag too much. There's too many they pushed too many boss battles in the middle of things, and
is
that's
this the original or the remake?
Okay. So the remake, in the original game is not that long. There's 3 discs. I think you can beat it in 30 hours. In the beginning of the game, you're in the city. It starts you off in the city with this team. I'm not going to spoil it because I want you to experience it. But
Okay.
I think you're in the city for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much you play. And this is in the remake. They take this whole part and they make it a game, basically.
Interesting.
Yes. So this whole entire part where you're in the city, they took this, and that's part 1 of the remake. The thing is that they extended it well, but they needed to. There's parts that just drag, but they're mainly gameplay, not storyline. I like the storyline in the remake a little better than the original.
I see.
Although, yeah, but there is for some reason there's this whole part where you go to this laboratory. This wasn't in the original, it feels like forced and it drags on a little too long, but that's just a part. And yeah, it's a great game, wonderful game.
Okay.
Hey, you want to know a great
I
game?
stopped at Final Fantasy
that?
IV.
There's I don't know if it's great or not, but I'm assuming it's great. No, there is a person who just made a ROM hack of, I believe it was Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green. And it's called Pokemon Garbage Green, which is an interesting title. But it's someone, he's a Pokemon Twitch streamer. Pokemon challenges, and he just made it. Apparently it's got like a whole new storyline. It's pretty, I'm interested. I'm gonna check it out, but
Paul, can I ask you, what's them 3 dots with one showing Matt Cave paid $10 on your...
That is apparently the ability I have to take donations.
So receive donations.
Yes, and the other ones are showing recent subscribers.
Ah,
But nothing seemed to work.
I'm gonna yell at Matt Cave later on.
And I
For what?
Being cheap. Only gave you $10.
you know,
That's
I
funny.
started taking things. And then one next thing I knew, well, I'm a farmer. But land I work is
On the PC of Skyrim, on yours, does this show you how far you completed all the quests? Like on PS4, they give you a completion bar. Like I'm only at 33%
faster than you.
the best but to yourself.
of quest completion. I'm just curious how far you are.
I'm just sort of...
I'm so glad you. Did you know that beautiful palace above the lake is?
Oh, yeah,
sort
I
of
will admit, I am kind
wandering
of
around.
I am kind of disappointed that you have yet to go to Solstheim yet. That's when
I'm saving that until after I kill Alduin.
Come and visit me again anytime you like.
But I will do it.
you cannot kill Parthenax, so
You know what, Phil, just because you said something.
no, you can't do that.
Yes, I'm going to.
No, you can't.
I'm going to, and you cannot change my mind.
Oh yes, yes, I can stop you.
No, you can't.
Oh yes, I can.
Keep up, Lucien.
One time, I will stop you.
I'm kidding, Phil. I wasn't going to do it anyways. I have a mod that lets me basically side with both Parthenax and the Blades. So that's my workaround.
There's your workaround. I really, to be honest, I don't mind the Blades, but when they get to that point and the Blades refuse to help you, I'm like, good, I don't need you anymore. I'd rather have Parthenax on myself.
Yeah, I understand that. Thing is, though, unlike Durnavir that you can summon, Parthenax just kind of sits there.
There's another one. Older, I can't say that one name. I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Odavig? Yeah, I know about him. I've beaten the main quest once before.
I've decided that my lens does not have the focal length to reach the stars.
Oh?
Yeah, I can't get the stars in focus because my lens is the default lens and the stars just too far away.
Interesting.
Now, if I was going to show off the mountains, it'd be fine. It's in distance. But
Oh,
the lens,
I just
can't.
Make sure we've got enough
Just
food
out of
for
frame.
everyone. Can't afford to run out here. You know? It's hard work. Probably harder than being Jarl.
So anyways, how'd you
But I don't
enjoy
mind
your
it.
first stream the other night?
Keeps me active as I'm getting on a bit. And I sleep
it's
soundly
actually
every
quite
night.
good. Did have to cut it a bit short because I got an important call at the end of it.
And I'd
But,
say
you know,
same
just
face if I
chilling.
never saw him. But he's always hiding up
gotcha.
there in his citadel.
And
Yeah.
by the way,
It
again,
helps-
anyone watching,
You know what?
go subscribe. In
I'm not
fact,
even
one of
sure
the
what he
mods, would you
does.
guys mind?
I know he doesn't keep
In
order.
fact, yeah,
got
one
the
of the mods, if
chorus
you
law
guys
for
wouldn't
that.
mind if you're there,
But live
or
and let live,
Phil,
I
if you
say.
can do this for me.
As long as I have a
Put-
roof over my
And
head
I'm
and
not
food
a
on my
mod.
table, and good
Okay,
neighbors like
can
Gopher,
someone put a
I can't
link to
complain.
Charlie's channel in the chat? It's called
Oh.
the Citadel Radio Show.
Bye for now.
Oh, hello. Oh, I wasn't.
Oh god. This is... Listen to how this person talks, Phil.
I'm sorry. I told a fib. Please don't tell
This
anyone.
Dooley dude.
I don't want to get into trouble.
He
It's
talks,
Phil
he,
McCracken.
he talks just like you, Phil.
Just,
Wept up,
sorry,
but Patrick Stewart Snoke.
He is.
Justice for... I'm expecting him to say justice for red shirts.
Well,
Green shirts
my
are better.
brother told me before
I agree
he
green is
died
better
that
than red, but I don't have
he
any
had
red
left
shirts.
something very precious in
Or
a
sorry,
secret
I do
chest
have a red shirt, but I don't have a green
away
shirt.
just for me. I asked the others for help, but they don't help me.
I just want to say, Charlie, I liked your first show. I did enjoy
Thank
it.
you.
I hopefully you get a better guest host to show up the next one.
Do you think you can read it for me? Tell me
That
what
guy,
you
he was
say.
awful. Terrible.
Yeah, I also had some guy just put in a bunch of hashtags in the chat.
That is always Phil.
Alright, I gotta head out. I just wanted to stop and by and say hi. So.
Alright, see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
What does
Later.
it say? What? No, that can't be right. My brother, he told me.
The way
Told me
that this guy
he
says,
left me a
no,
fortune.
that can't be right.
He wouldn't
That's
lie
Phil
to
every
me.
time I say that John
Why would
Denver
he
is
lie
country,
to me?
which he
Nope, he
is.
can't be right. Nope.
You'll help me find it, please.
That evil man.
All I know is that it's hiding somewhere in the city.
He is country.
And you lead this
He is
rusty
country.
Key. My brother gave it to me to unlock it.
So is Sylvester Stallone.
Fictionally.
I can't.
Hey, he sung that song.
I don't remember.
He was on a country music movie, and he sung that freaking snide.
I know.
You should play that video sometime.
I've seen it already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
you showed it to me.
I must have forgot.
Bye bye.
Awesome. He was even dressed up with rhinestones and a cowboy hat.
I know.
Google defines John Denver as a country musician.
Thank you.
He spoke. I put him up there with
No, he's not folk. You're just opinionated and hard-headed. You're getting hard-headed at your old age, Phil.
He's like Simon. He's like Simon and Garfunkel. He spoke.
Nope. No. Oh no. No.
Oh yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel 100% are folk. I will agree with you on that.
And all right, I want you to play.
John Denver has
play
a
the Simon Garfunkel
vastly
right
different.
Right next to John Denver. Just because he sings of a state that's in the South doesn't make it.
No. It's not just that. He has a vastly different sound to John Denver, to Simon and Garfunkel.
I want you to take one of their songs, Bridge Over Troubled Water, and then take John Denver singing Country Road. Play one after you, and play to anybody else, And I guarantee this.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, Phil. I'm gonna make a YouTube video, and I'm going to go to each one of my co-workers, there's a wide collection of people that work with me. I guarantee you, I'm gonna get.
They're gonna play. I want you to play both songs back to back.
Oh, I will.
I'm just gonna say, music theory is very complicated. They could be completely different genres, but sound very similar.
Hello, neighbor.
Justice for Toby Keith.
For you, my friend. You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask
What do you
question.
want?
But I'll tell you the same thing I tell everyone else.
Paul, you do know who Toby Keith is.
Yes, I do know who Toby Keith is. The only song I know by him is Red Solo Cup. And honestly, that's the only song by him that I need to know.
How about Alan Jackson?
I know him.
Miranda told me you cut down
I like Alan
prisoners
Jackson.
before they breached the city gate.
I know his song, Where Were You When the World Started
With
Turning?
my wife, Miranda. We used to live in.
I just didn't like George Jones.
I know George Jones. But to me, the single greatest country artist of all time is Johnny Cash.
I thought you were going to say Kenny Rogers.
Doesn't make any money of
Kenny Rogers, I think, is overrated. His voice just kind of comes off as dull to me.
He originally started as in rock and roll.
I know.
My favorite country artist is Justin Bieber.
Speaking of, did you hear what happened to him recently?
No.
For whatever reason, the whole left side of his face went completely paralyzed.
Like he had a mini stroke.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now he's okay aside from that, but still. And a lot of people are posting this, by the way, on Twitter, insinuating it's because of the vaccines, which I won't even. I'm not even gonna touch that. By the way, hello to Chris, who says, "Why can't the PS4 have a pretty mod?" I think it's because Sony is they're very anal about not wanting their software messed with. That's why PS4 don't have the same options as, say, Xbox, and of course neither console has the same options as PC.
PC for the win.
I'm surprised you called to use that term.
What? Anal?
Oh, you said it again.
I'm okay with using that term. It's not cussing.
It's very explicit.
But maybe they meant so. But I'd be risking the lives of everyone here, and I just.
I say it varies on the mindset of the person who uses it and the context it's in.
Maybe.
I prefer what talks.
The Jarl says he likes to. I wish the dwarves wrote, but maybe
Is
they
Justin
meant all
Bieber's
sorts of
eye
things,
due to
like
drug usage?
dishonesty or
It could be. We don't
disobedience.
know for sure. But look it up. Justin Bieber has this side of his face completely paralyzed.
It's not unheard of a person being young and having a stroke. Anybody can have a stroke.
Talk could get us all killed. If you don't believe me, go and talk to Brawl.
You and I have a lot
Dunmer
in common,
fellow.
Savannah.
Can't miss him.
I like to eat my enemies. You like to eat your enemies.
It's like in the
Just as
stories I used to hear.
More
Two adventurers seeing
uncommon
the
for
world.
a younger person.
Yeah. I honestly think nothing of it. Justin Bieber's just kind of whatever
Let's make some
to
more
me. I do not care.
Didn't he have a house which looked like a salad spinner?
Maybe he might have, but again, I don't know. And Chris says I saw it on World Star Hip Hop. They would post something like that. I thought World Star, though, was only for showing
hey there.
fights.
Oh, Paul, I sent you a DM for that
Oh, hello there.
movie clip. You can watch it after
I'm
the
graduating from
stream.
High Rock. I've said
Okay.
That way you'll get a idea of what that's saying
Some
is.
days I just can't believe my luck.
girls are probably gonna start stalking him. Oh,
researching the richest
most
source
likely.
of grammar history. I feel like we're on the brink of some amazing.
I could, but Brawl knows much more than I.
They did do a
You should
remake
really.
of
Now
Carrie,
that you
which I
mention
thought
it,
was a major
There's a big
mistake.
lord living down in the city called Rikus. You may have seen. I need that armor. It's the only.
The trouble is, before I could get a good look at it, I've tried everything. The only thing I haven't tried is violence. And you know.
Thank you. If you do manage to get it, you're welcome to keep it. I just need to have a quick look at it. That's all.
Alright, where is that guy wearing the armor? I need him. So, Crit, random question. Did you ever watch Transformers, like the old G1 Transformers?
I have watched some.
Well, I'm thinking of taking Animation Friday in that direction once we're done with the Clone Wars. And I know that we're neck deep in Trek, but especially by the time we get to Voyager, because I know you're not going to want to do that. Would you like to join Animation Friday and talk Transformers with us?
Maybe.
Okay.
Me and Cash have been watching One Piece a lot. Kind of, Sandman came back from his sabbatical, so we're kind of gonna go back and rewatch some episodes. So.
Stupid question, but is Sandman a character in the show or a real person?
Well, there is Crocodile. He has sand powers, so. But I'm talking. Sandman's a friend of that's been watching it with me and Cash. So.
Not my problem.
Pretty much where it's gone to a point where
and I know that the first
the party's kind of having the crew of Luffy's crew in One Piece, they're having difficulties when they meet. I'll just say they have very difficulties. They actually meet their match when they meet an admiral from the world government. That's all I'm gonna say though, because you need to watch the show. So but yeah, you can get sometimes you can get addicted to anime, especially One Piece. My dad is unfortunately I got my dad hooked on One Piece, and he watched I think 300 episodes in a matter of 3 weeks. So
Artsy Finch, by the way, hello, says, have you
Finch them all.
seen Transformers Prime? Yes, I love Transformers Prime. Chris says, remix Dragon Ball Z in it and you'll do fine. Okay.
Hello there.
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z a little bit. The one arc I remember for sure is the Majin Buu arc. And that was weird.
That was when Toriyama was running out of ideas. If you have not seen the first few arcs of one, basically what happened was, so there was a complete story with Dragon Ball where Goku, basically the story goes from Goku to his son. But then they're like, well, you need to make another arc. And Toriyama made that Majin Buu arc, which is a weird arc.
Very weird.
And then he brought Goku back back to life for some reason. And then I'm not a fan of Dragon Ball Super. I like some things, but I think it's kind of Toriyama. It's like, say, George Lucas came back and he didn't really have much thought in his process, so he came up with pretty much, it's like George Lucas came up with the ideas for the Star Wars, Disney Star Wars.
A lot of people accuse him of that with the prequels.
I don't think so. I think he was really creative with the prequels.
I agree.
I think that people are just nitpicky about the prequels. And, you know, you got people like, oh, bad dialogue. But
I just want to say watermelon gummy bears is the bomb.
Watermelon gummy bears.
Yes. They have hair barrel gummy bears. They come up since the 100-year anniversary. Watermelon gummy bears, pineapple gummy bears, and blue raspberry. And I popped open, I have them all. I popped up the watermelon, and it is the bomb. And I can't stop eating just one.
Careful, Phil. You don't want to.
Forget about my diabetes. I'm going all out.
I wasn't gonna say that. You might get fat.
Nah, not me.
Or you might turn into a watermelon gummy bear because you are what you eat.
There you go. You know. And if I do, can I chew on myself to feed myself?
Gory, gory, what a heck of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a heck of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a heck of a way to die. There will be no justice for Star Trek 5.
Oh,
Big justice for Star Trek 5 would have watermelon gummy bear.
No, Star Trek 5 had, you know this, Phil, they had marshmallows.
Justice for marshmallows. I know which Spock said marshmallow, but yeah.
I am attempting to toast a marshmallow. And then what happens, Spock, after we toast the marshmallows?
They were so cheap on the production. They wouldn't even let Spock make a s'more. Justice for s'mores. I can't see one. Oh, you do like s'mores, right?
Oh yeah, I love them. Have y'all ever had s'mores with Reese's Cups?
I knew you were going to go there. Blasted.
No, s'mores with Reese's Cups is da bomb. Like, truly da bomb.
The bomb.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to try that, but I'm gonna have to try really hard to stop myself from eating the Reese's before it gets to the s'mores.
I'm the same way sometimes.
I keep seeing
that love peanut butter s'more ice cream made by friends.
Peanut butter s'more ice cream.
Yes.
I can't wait for us to resume TNG. We're getting to some good episodes.
Oh, speaking of that, by the way, there will not be any Tuesday Night Trek this coming week. I will be traveling out of town.
Oh, I know that. I'm tired. When we return.
Yes. What episodes are we going to be getting into?
Well, I will say Troy's mother returns. I will say though, wait. This episode I think is the best one with her.
I hope so.
And I think it's a really good episode. I'm not going to tell you, but and then there is, I think, one of the best episodes of TNG, Drumhead, will be the first episode. And what else? Oh yeah, Redemption Part 1 and Part 2. I think we don't have to do.
That's a stream unto itself, right there.
The Mind's Eye is a really great one. Yeah, that's pretty much a solid. That's a really solid. Oh, let me see here. Oh boy, Disney forcing agenda in another animated film I won't be going to see.
Lightyear?
No, well, Lightyear, the thing is, I know, the thing is, from what I heard, that's only in like a second of the movie. And people have been propping that film, and it's been getting a bad rap, I guess, because of it. Because of just a second of footage. That's kind of silly. But, I don't know, like... The film, they have a new animated movie coming out, and there's already forced stuff.
What's it called?
Strange World. And, like, I don't need to know that this character... I'm not gonna get into it. I'll talk about it in private.
Okay, that's probably for the best. And Chris, by the way, says, dang, I wish I had gotten a Series X for Skyrim instead of a PS4. Get a PC instead. PC has the best mods.
Oh yes, another episode, we will see the first episode where we get introduced to the Trill.
Really?
Yes, the Trill.
That's what the Jazdia is, right?
Yeah, they kind of are a major part of the Trek universe. So yeah, this is pretty much a that'll be an interesting episode in itself.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, solid TNG, and we're gonna. I still disagree with Brandon that we're getting to the worst of TNG. I think we've been getting to the best. Last week was weak, admittedly, but I think we're getting in a really good episode. So
yeah, so far I'm still enjoying it just as much as I was in Season 3. Though maybe I could see where Brandon's coming from, saying that Picard should have died and the series could have improved from a shake-up in the cast. I know.
I agree.
You want Kirk 2.0? Kirk 2.0?
I don't necessarily think it would be Kirk 2.0. I think Riker would put his own spin on it.
Well, without Picard,
all the TNG people should have had their own show.
I'm sorry, but without Picard, you want
Worf.
I know.
Phil, without Picard, you would not get The Inner Light, which is the best TNG episode ever made, and that's coming in Season 5, I think.
Well,
is that the one that has the meme there are 4 lights?
No, that's Chain Command.
There are some people
that's Season 6.
in that series, they could have had their own show.
I won't tell you anything that happens other than The Inner Light, to me, is the best episode of any Star Trek show. Is the best episode of any Star Trek show. I will say that's my belief, and it is the best episode of the series. It was my number 1 on Nerdporial's Picard episode list, and he didn't put that episode on number 1.
So here, let's have a fun conversation here. Of all the main characters, let's talk about what we think so far has been the best episode for each character. So far, up to what we've seen, what do you guys think is the best Picard episode? I think so far it's Family.
It's Family, yeah. I agree, it's Family for now, so...
I refuse to answer that question.
Phil, be a man, answer the question.
For political reasons, because how I feel, yeah. I can't answer that because...
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hashtag Phil is scared of Picard.
I'm not scared of Picard.
Oh, yes, you are. He's scared of Picard. Because he knows that Picard can punch.
No, he can't. Can't kiss neither.
This last block of episodes proved that.
Opening his mouth and letting the lady do the kissing is not kissing.
Yes, it is. That is literally the definition.
No, it's not. He just opens his mouth. Sucks the air out of her mouth. You don't kiss.
You
remember Top Gun.
Phil, you remember Top Gun? Take my breath away. Surprisingly, that's
Some people like.
all right. I love Top Gun 2. It's one of my favorite sequels, but they did not have Take My Breath Away at all in that movie. They did have Danger Zone, though. They didn't.
Never close your eyes when we kiss your lips, or however the song goes. You've lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone.
Card is Snoke.
Yes, he is. Thank you. See, I managed to give him spring. See? Persuasion.
Yep.
Not ending, not trying to...
You know what? I think, Paul, you think TNG is the better show than TOS. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I could prove it because you've gotten TNG pins and you got a TNG uniform, and you wear that more often now.
All right, you win.
What if
TNG, I do believe now is the better show between that and TOS. Although I disagree with you still that TOS is outdated. I think the datedness to it adds to its charm.
Okay, I'll tell you this. If you had to choose between TOS, would you watch a TOS episode or a Season 3 or Season 4 TNG episode?
TOS episode. And I'm being serious, because I have pretty much rewatched a good portion of the TOS episode.
What about TOS Season 3?
Okay, that's unfair. That's unfair.
One day.
Okay, I'll put it this way. There's only one episode from Season 3 that I would rewatch, and that's the Tholian Web.
One day, your show's going to be 50 years old. And some young guy's going to say their Star Trek is better than yours.
Spock's Brain or Code of Honor?
Spock's
You can
Brain.
talk over me, Craig, but that's going to happen. And Chris will be like, no, it was great for the time.
Although I think DS9 is the best Trek show. I think it's even better than TNG, so take it as you will.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great when Worf came there. That's what pushed
No, the show was still good even without Worf.
Let me ask you this, though. Why, as far as out of universe goes, production-wise, why did they add Worf?
Well, TNG had ended, and they wanted to boost ratings. Even though the show was good, Worf Worf fit perfectly with the DS9 crew, and he pretty much he had a lot of charisma with Jadzia and the Captain Sisko, and pretty much. And he even addressed this in the show. He kind of feels outside. He's too used to the Enterprise, but they tell him, well, it's okay. That's how a show should do new character introductions.
And he had more interaction.
Or in this case, reintroductions.
He had a lot more interaction with Klingons in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, the Klingons got more. So Klingons they got episodes, but when Worf came, the Klingons basically had more episodes than I think even TNG. Like the Klingons, and then remember this name, Paul, General Martok, who I consider to be the best Klingon. General Martok is basically, I think General Martok is the Obi-Wan Kenobi to Worf's Luke Skywalker, because he's just such a General Martok's awesome. And then Gowron's cool too. Oh, the Klingons.
I even like the fake clone emperor. I do like him.
Kahless?
Yep.
Kahless. Yeah, we're getting to that episode too.
The Klingon episodes in Deep Space Nine. Like I said, it wasn't there before Worf, barely. But once Worf came there and they brought Klingons around, yeah, that was fabulous. They needed more Klingons. That's why I said if they would have gave him his own show, you know,
that would have genuinely been amazing had they done that.
I don't know. I think maybe it could have, but there's a lot of DS9 that's basically focused just on Worf. So he does like Worf is. But I will say, when it gets to Worf, the show kind of gets really darker, and it's a far cry from TNG. You know, TNG's lighthearted and it's intrigue.
well, they have a war.
DS9 is war, yeah, and it's
By the time Worf gets there, it's
even war. Yeah, even Worf is changed by the experience, which is why like I'm fine with us like watching the TNG movies, but we're kind of gonna. I hope that I forget the TNG if they spoil. You know, Insurrection. As much as I hate that movie, they should have took place during the war, and they didn't bother to. They only mentioned some parts about the war, and then they're like, "Oh well, you know, Mr. Worf's here somehow, and we'll have him in the movie." When Worf's clearly supposed to be stationed on DS9. I don't know.
Isn't that what happens in that one where they go back in time? I forget the name of that movie.
That one's First Contact, I believe.
Yes.
First Contact.
That one.
That makes sense though.
Hold on, Crit.
But,
did I just hear you say Worst Contact?
No, Worst Contact. No, I didn't say.
I'm pretty sure that was the episode we just saw.
I
liked that episode.
I wanted Worf in the movie, but it's like
that was the best episode of that block. Was First Contact.
When they go and they rescue Worf off Defiant, I just like how Riker goes up to him and goes.
That scene kind of makes no sense because you're like, why is Captain Sisko not there? And it's just Worf.
If he's going to send the ship, he's going to be the one that's on board commanding it.
Yeah, that makes no sense. But even then, the Defiant's my favorite ship of all.
Even though it's not a starship, it's a nice Millennium Falcon style ship.
And near the end of TNG, you'll kind of get confused by a thing called the Maquis, which is they're introduced in DS9. But the Maquis, there's a cool storyline where Sisko becomes obsessed with the Maquis.
But no, the Maquis actually starts in TNG. And then
it starts in DS9 and it ends in
Picard, the one that's because he had some of his people left him on that one episode, particularly the Bajoran, the lady who went on to play Admiral Kane in Battlestar Galactica.
We're gonna have to rewatch. We're gonna have to rewatch that. I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode, but I know it's introduced because it's kind of like they don't know who the Maquis is, and then like Ducat secretly says there's a conspiracy going on, and that's when you begin to learn about the Maquis. I think it's in DS9, Phil.
No, because they talked about right when the war is over and they conceded some territory. That what starts the war ends the war and starts the Maquis. The Federation gives up territory, planets
we're not. Let's not spoil it. We'll get to it when we do.
That's just giving you the rundown. Spoiling would be telling them what comes after or what they do.
Or telling him about Eddington.
No.
My favorite ship is still, though, the Enterprise D.
Let me see it.
I like the Enterprise D. I'm not a big fan of the Enterprise Z. It's too slick.
Fellow set out to disprove
my favorite Enterprise is the Enterprise. Not A, not B, not C, not D, and definitely not no E.
That's Enterprise A.
It's just the Enterprise. A is still considered the Yorktown.
Something else that troubles
That's the Yorktown. Renamed the Enterprise.
Does that not suggest the existence of
Though I do like the Enterprise B. I do like the Enterprise B.
Watches over us. Must be somewhere inside the city.
Paul, you never seen the Enterprise B, did you?
No, I didn't. I know of the Enterprise. The only one I know is the Enterprise C.
I'm not going to say it out
The
loud.
B is the one where Generations, where Captain Kirk dies.
And for us all.
They rechristened the ship. It's called the Enterprise B, and that's the ship that Captain Kirk's on. When,
of course.
in that
I'm sure
movie.
we have nothing to worry about. Yeah. But if the dwarves were able to access them.
Okay, I'll ask you this since we're gonna watch Aliens tomorrow. Do you think a phaser is more powerful or a pulse rifle from Aliens?
Me? I don't know.
Or I'm asking Phil.
I gave up on that.
Nah, I go with the Star Trek weapon. Over there.
But I always enjoy discussing my theories.
I don't think their pulse
with a
weapon
receptive
or
mind.
gun or whatever you want to call it has different settings like the Star Trek.
Yeah, mine has this one.
Yes?
And this one. Just like my War Doctor sonic screwdriver has this, 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 and this.
4 beautiful tones.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Just a little piece of advice. If you ever go on a date, do not take your Star Trek toys with you on the date. Leave them behind. Hide them in the box. Don't take them with you.
So don't take the Star Trek stuff. Take the Star Wars stuff. Got it.
No, you can take any of the Star Wars stuff, but leave the lightsaber at home. Leave the lightsaber at home. You don't want to take...
Nope.
Does that mean Doctor Who stuff is allowed?
Doctor Who stuff is allowed because women love Doctor Who, or did love.
Okay, good.
They did love Doctor Who.
They do.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Especially the latest sonic screwdriver.
Oh God! I have seen a replica of that.
Talking about Doctor Who, I was watching this second Doctors on BritBox, and it gets real janky. Because they burn a lot of the original sort of films of the things in the archive to save on like physical storage. They had to resort to telesnaps, which is like watching a slideshow of the actual show. So you got the audio, and you got freeze frames of specific scenes, and it just slowly zooms in or out on key aspects of the scene.
Hey Moss, would you recommend the movie about the making of Doctor Who with the guy from Harry Potter?
An Adventure in Space and Time?
Yeah, with Argus Finch from Harry Potter.
100% would recommend watching that.
Okay. So that's a movie to put on my watch list.
It also has it sort of has a cameo at the end from Matt Smith, which sort of doesn't really make sense, but also at the same time it does. It sort of breaks the illusion a bit.
Is it Matt Smith as the Doctor?
Yes, it does. It sort of symbolizes, this is where the show started and this is where it is at the time of release. But it sort of breaks the illusion of being a non-fictional piece of fiction about fiction. God, speak. Which is ironic for where I used to work.
Yeah.
You have to admit that slow action lightsaber stab through the center of the chest was awesome.
It was, but again, it didn't accomplish what I wanted.
And Skyrim, unlike Star Wars, you do that to somebody, they will die. They're not coming back.
Alright, let's try this.
Though you can res a corpse for like a minute or two before they turn it.
Didn't work. Or did it?
I'm gonna tap out. It was good chatting with y'all.
Later.
Have a good night.
See another one of your radio show hostings. Hopefully, you get a high quality, more energetic host that
You never know. I might figure out how to make a Discord server or something.
Yeah. Yes, you need a Discord server.
You do. Get with our friend Spock on that. He will help you with that.
Cool. Anyways, stay safe. Don't get lost in time, and yeah.
That reference.
No.
Anyways, see ya.
See ya.
See you later.
I'm actually upset, Paul. We just saw a movie when we were over at Nashville. I had no way of transportation. I didn't actually know where we were because we were stuck at the hotel the whole time.
I know.
I didn't even know about Broadway until I went to the Greyhound station and I walked down the street. I was so upset. Oh, I'm not as upset as when everyone went to Waffle House and they didn't.
Uh-oh. I may have just screwed
In the
this
Waffle
up.
House.
Hold up. Did Paul go to Waffle House?
No, I didn't.
Well, there, you should be good now. Now you both suffered. You didn't go to Waffle House. Still, Paul can go to Waffle House anytime he wants.
I did go to Prince's Chicken.
And I didn't.
They had one at the food court.
I know. I wish I had.
And they had a Shake Shack. They had a Shake Shack where their shake machine wasn't working.
Can I help you?
Did they have an A&W?
I realize it.
No.
Could you try not to attract every?
Paul, do they still have A&W at the store? Food placed by you?
I can't wait for next year if we do Nashville next year because I'm probably gonna
Is there some way I
yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's going to be good when Alcoholics Anonymous from Nashville chapter.
And hopefully by then I've resolved some relationship issues with some people.
Well, hey there.
And then everyone will be everything will be all dirky, and we'll be singing the blues. But next year for sure I'm not gonna stick at the hotel. I'm gonna ask someone to take me downtown to Broadway because I was upset about that. I was. Yeah. That is if I'm thinking about going to Star Trek Mission, and I will say this: if I think Cash might be interested in going that with me, and that's near my hometown. If I can't afford to go to Nashville, I'm unfortunately gonna go to that instead. So
I see.
They had that one by you, Paul, the one that Arlena went to.
In Richmond, yeah. If I had known about it ahead of time, I would have gotten that. But I might go to the one this coming year if I can afford to go to both it and Nashville. But other than that, we will see.
Bandit Slayer. Good to see you.
Yep, you should see if your mom will let you come to Seattle sometime. I'll let you stay at somewhere if you want. Or Spokane.
It's not that. It's just, it's honestly money.
Money. What if I saved up money for you to come? I'm thinking about doing the same for Cash Money, in case we go to we were gonna go to the Geeks and Gamers meetup, but honestly, I can't afford to go to Vegas right now. But the Star Trek Mission, it depends on when they have this. Nashville, because Star Trek Mission Seattle, which is kind of like Celebration for Star Trek. They haven't given a date yet, but it's in May, and I'm waiting for Nashville ICC Con's dates. I'm hoping Nashville is the same time, because then I won't have to go to. Unfortunately, I won't go to Star Trek mission, but if not, then I'll figure out some other things. But.
And you thought I was just pretty face.
I'm.
Okay, so apparently the only way to get that armor was to
Kimmel.
Yeah, which means
Kimmel. That joke of a comedian? Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So I'm halfway to getting the Fortnite skin for Vader. Vader skin for Fortnite.
Cool.
I've been grinding.
Oh, have you ever seen the mods for the game? Forget the name of what they call it. I think it's Beyond Burma.
I have.
Yeah, I think that's the one that lets you do the quest, so you can become the new Emperor of Tamriel.
You must stop this from happening.
Oh, you killed the Jarl. Shame on you.
No, I didn't.
He's just dead, lying on the floor, not moving.
Yeah. I'm too tired to
guys,
talk about.
Quiet, I'm trying to hear what this thing said. Oh, the letter. Okay.
I'm tired of Star Wars talk.
I know.
I feel like meeting some servers. I feel like meeting.
Terribly sorry.
What is this person doing here? Do you guys see this right now? What in the world is this?
A mating ritual?
No, this is...
She's like, Paul, I'm ready.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. It's just your companion. It's.
I've never met you. You're just... Yeah, well... Just make sure you don't get lost in anyone else's home. Live by your laws.
Sweetheart, we'll have plenty of time.
By the way, Paul, when no one was looking, I bought a big bag of, 200 midget Tootsie Rolls. Well, there's not 200 anymore. It's now down to 100.
Why are you going gung-ho on the candy?
I always been a fan of candy.
Phil is just enjoying what he has left of his teeth.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And hello, by the way, to Phil TMNT.
I discovered some things, I don't need all my teeth to chew on gummy bears. I don't need all my teeth to eat Tootsie Rolls.
Well, hey there.
Why is she still doing that?
I don't know. Oh. Let me look this up. Let's see what, Let me try something.
Help you? Is there some way I can assist?
Alright, so let's try getting her to do something else. Like...
Arcane. Oh, Michael's not here.
Yeah, Michael's not here.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because Cash hasn't seen that movie. Phil, have you seen the new Apes movies?
Yeah, I still like the original better.
Oh, I remember the first time I met the Jarl. I was so nervous.
I know what to do. Let's try this.
I unfortunately disagree. I like the first Planet of the Apes the best, but the new ape trilogy, the new Apes movies are just too good. I can't.
Okay, that did nothing.
And the fact that Cash hasn't seen them is criminal. And probably
I know.
Paul too.
I also like the original Planet of the Apes TV show. Back then, it was the movies, then the TV show.
Did that do anything?
Is there some way?
Maybe that fixed it.
What can I do for you, friend?
And... yes, it fixed it. Good.
Do you
Alright.
have much skill with a bow and sword? Those are my strengths.
Wrong way.
I'm an excellent
What can I do?
I imagine if you stick to the sword, you'll be quite unstoppable.
I hope so. Good to have you with us.
You do know there was an article that still says Skyrim is still a top 5 video game and still selling to this day.
Wow. That is impressive.
I'm personally over Skyrim. Give me the next Elder Scrolls.
I know, I know.
Actually, give me Starfield. I want to play that.
I do too.
Hello there, dear. New in town?
Personally, I think Bethesda is not going to give us another Elder Scrolls because, honestly, they're still milking.
They're going to. They said Elder Scrolls 6 is next after Starfield.
I hope so. It's overdue. They did announce a new Fallout.
They did or didn't?
Did. Fallout 5 is in the works.
Cool.
It's always exciting to meet a new member. Here's a key to the last vacant. I sent you here. Well, this is this. But that's all.
I still play Fallout 76. I still haven't touched my Fallout 4 yet. That one I did buy on PC because you told me to buy.
Let's see what happens.
But you're just gods. What is wrong now? Assuming you can control, you must, as Jarl, I authorize. I can't, and of course. Now, what do you say? Will you help? Thank you. If it helps, goodbye for now, and good luck. I don't need to tell you what will happen if you fail.
And drop.
Is there some way I can assist you? Certainly. By the gods,
Is there anything
I don't
else
even
we
know
need?
what to say.
What?
Can I help you? It's the least I can do.
I just want to say the true villain of all Skyrim, Indigo.
Let me know if you need
He is the true villain.
Should I dress him up in that one outfit again?
He is the Darth Sidious of Skyrim.
What do you want? Bye.
Did you hear how happy it was when your characters were pushing people off the ledge the last stream?
We can talk.
He was
Yes,
actually cheering.
I
it.
heard.
He was cheering.
I heard. Alright, so where is that one lady?
Yes, William, and that is the perfect name for Indigo. I will totally 100% agree.
Dova Sith. Maybe.
There is a, was it Oblivion or was it Skyrim that had Darth, what was it, Darth Sidious or Sith this something that had a Sith name in it.
I don't know.
I have to look that up again. Yeah, that Cash Money, man. He needs to change his name to Credit Card Debt.
Cash just came in here, didn't he? You wouldn't have just said that right out loud unless he had come in here.
Would I do that?
I had to come in here, Phil, because I know you'll start crying if I'm not in here. So send me a message. Oh, where's Cash Money?
I was about ready to send you a message.
By the way, Cash, what do you think of the facelift to the Discord that Spock did?
I don't think I looked at it.
Yeah, everything's been slightly reorganized and overall prettyified.
You know what, Cash?
Oh, you're talking about the categories, the fandom stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks nice. You heard what I said. The guy who's like, oh, dude, Conan 2's a good movie.
You know, I didn't share that thing with Paul like I did with you, Cash, this morning about no mouse in this house.
I know. But if you're going to give me crap, I'm going to give you crap, dude. You know how it works.
If he makes it into the city and starts attacking,
You know the routine, Phil.
Hey.
All
just
still
thank
needs to
Bill
watch
Gates
Rambo Part 2.
every day that you see that colorful image on your Windows 10. You know, thank Bill Gates.
Bill Gates did that?
Yeah, Bill Gates did that.
Are you sure? Because he's like around, but I mean he's a bit of a nutcase. There's no doubt about that. But
You know, he's in favor of replacing our meat and using clone. You will clone a burger. You will clone a steak. No, you'll use how can I say it? I forgot the terminology they use. We'll take the cells and create and grow the meat instead of killing the animal.
oh, jeez.
You mean GMO?
He also got rich from a.
Oh, you mean Incredible Burger?
Yeah.
I've had an Incredible Burger. It's not that bad.
I don't.
Well, at least at Burger King.
I don't want to say anything on here to get Paul's stream taken down.
Yeah.
But what we've talked about, we've gotten pretty deep on YouTube, so I think we're okay.
We have.
YouTube.
Pretty deep. Pretty deep.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want?
Yeah, Yeah, you had sent me that before, man. I don't know. Disney's a weird company now, Phil. I don't know what to think about them.
Yeah, it just feels like pandering when they, this is our announcement. Here's
You know what? Like I said, I don't think Disney's the worst. I still think Warner Brothers.
I mean, Warner Brothers is, well, Discovery said they want to make money, so let's see what they do.
But yeah,
they own Warner Brothers and what, HBO or whatever.
That's probably
Warner
the best
Brothers
thing
and
they
DC.
could do was get bought by Discovery.
All
But I mean, that thing has been changed many times, so maybe this time Discovery Plus will be like, well, let's do this. Just Discovery, whatever. I mean, Oprah is involved in Discovery still.
All I want to know is what a Warner Brothers lot is Ezra Miller hiding. They can't find him.
What is going on with that dude? He needs.
If they remove Amber Heard,
he needs to be put in a straitjacket in a padded room.
Well, Ezra Miller is one of these people that maybe if he got help, he would be a better person, but I don't know.
They enabled him, and I hate to say Warner Brothers is partially to blame.
But when you keep protecting these people when they're doing these things, and yet other people get so-called canceled or fired, it's just hypocrisy.
they just need to do what they did in the movie Bolt, where at the end of Bolt, in order to save people's careers, they recast Bolt with another dog.
That's right, they did. I forgot that.
I agree. And at this point, whatever thing that they had going with, because think about it this way: not only has Ezra Miller shot down the Flash, but I'm certain that he's also shot down whatever hope is left of any Fantastic Beast 4. Which, let's face it, that was.
Was he actually in 3?
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
Yeah. He's one of the central
he's
characters.
horrible in that movie. I watched him in 2. I was like,
I think not by much, but his airtime on 3 is more than what it was on 2.
If there's ever anything
got more, not less airtime.
to help you, just ask.
I heard Amber Heard, they doubled it.
What? They doubled her time in.
They did some screen her, but
it was probably to test the waters, but no.
they did some test screening with her recently, but I don't know. I guess she's still in Aquaman too. I don't know.
Phil, you know, Paul, and you know, Cash. You live in LA. You could go to these test screenings, like.
Ugh.
And you know what?
I want to
Honestly,
see.
at this point, if she is indeed in Aquaman 2, at this point, good for her.
If you go to any
I
of
wouldn't see it
the,
regardless.
if you go to any of the tapings, then you can you definitely can meet some actors from the shows. They stay out. Some of them stay out by the railing, and you can go right up to them. So I don't know if it's different now because of COVID, but yeah. Not all of them stay out there, but other ones come out because they know they sign autographs and so on. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gone to like a screening, like a test screening. I don't know where I'd go for that. Crit, I guess downtown. But
It's downtown by the studio lot. I know things that you could do.
I wanted to tell Melissa, but is it?
Here.
Shit.
I'll send you a website that you can sign up for.
Oh man, I caught myself before I get the no treatment. So. Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart was in this show called Melissa and Joey. Oh, that show, not very good. Not very good. By the way, I do recommend if you guys go to any of these tapings, if there's something you want to see, if you're down in LA, just don't say anything next to the people or whatever because the family might be around. I didn't get in trouble.
What do you mean? Like, say, oh, they're doing a bad job or something?
Right. Because you could be talking to the family and. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, Craig.
So now that, especially now that Cash is here, I want to go back to a conversation we tried to have before Phil, with his unwillingness to answer, derailed it.
He does that. He derails conversations.
He does. He really does.
Yes.
So far, Cash, what so far do you think is the best episode of TNG that we've gotten per character? So, what do you think so far is the best Picard episode we've gotten?
Oh, well, that's easy. I mean, the best of both worlds or whatever.
Really? I was thinking that was more a Riker ship episode series.
Are we more focused on like a well, then Measure of the Man? He was really good. I liked Picard a lot in that. But I would say we're not talking about him being evil or turning evil like Borg, like the Borg.
Him at his absolute best.
I don't know.
My answer.
I really like Locutus, man. He's great as Locutus. But...
Yeah, I agree with
I
Craig.
liked him a lot. Measure of a Man. I thought he was really strong. I liked Family a lot.
That's my answer for it, is Family.
Okay, yeah. He was really good in Family. It's a tough question, dude. We haven't even got through all the seasons yet.
Yeah.
Or episodes.
Alright, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all think is the best Riker episode? I say best of both worlds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's great.
Yeah. Or Heart of Glory.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
I don't know if I'm ever going to find an episode of TNG where I'll be like, it's perfect. Because to me, something has to be perfect. I have to find literally no flaws with it at all. And I even, it's really hard for me to say, even like some Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time I love so much, but I would probably still only give it like a 9 out of 10. It's an amazing game. It really is. But...
Alright, what do y'all think is the best Deanna Troi episode? The Loss.
Oh, of course, dude. You and that. Dang it, Paul.
That's the worst for me.
Paul, that episode.
Child.
Troy's headache.
That is. Phil, help me out here. Hashtag justice for the loss.
Phil can't join this Pegasus.
Phil, help me out.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?
Start spamming hashtag justice for the loss.
You can. I think I should be quiet on this one.
Come on, Phil. You're usually so happy with the hashtags. I'm giving you another one.
Justice.
Hashtag. I'll answer all these questions when you ask me what's the best Worf episode. All these other ones.
Okay, what's the best Worf episode? That's easy. Matter of Honor.
Agreed. I think that's the best TNG episode of them all.
So far, maybe something will come along with Worf that's better. We are getting to, I forget what it's called, but the two-parter at the end of Season 4 into Season 5.
Heart of Glory. I think it's Reunion that's the best.
I think
episode.
the best Riker episode is any episode that has him with the beard. Justice for Riker with the beard. No, with him with no beard, all the episodes were not great.
Alright, what do y'all think is the best Crusher episode?
Remember Me.
Season without her.
What?
No.
What?
That means we would get Pulaski. No.
Yes, what's wrong with that?
No.
She is so clearly a Dr. McCoy ripoff. It's irritating.
Yeah, come on. She's
Pulaski was horrible. And then her remarks about Data is just cringe. Like she's not
so
even
much cringe.
I don't hate Troy, but sometimes it's like she's a bit too much. It's like, oh, I'm here to help you. Oh, what's your problem? And then she has a headache, and so.
I'd still say this: if they gave us the character Troy, we could do without Ganyan, and vice versa. It's two of the same. They're two of the same.
All right, here's one for you. What was the best Wesley episode?
I mean, can we even talk about this?
No.
Wesley,
Final mission, by default.
Yeah. Yeah, showed compassion and stuff for Picard, and you saw more of a. That episode was somewhat weird. I like to call it the Wesley and the crusade for water.
There's one character that I hate worse than Picard, and that is Wesley. I hate the actor and I hate the character.
I will say Final Destination made sense because they need water. Humans need water to live, so the episode did make some sense.
I am still insulted that you say I look like Wesley.
Definitely your hair. The hair color is different.
I thought we were
different beard.
I don't know. Get that image of Wesley up there. Get
Somehow,
that image. Put it next to Paul. Yes.
Somehow, Will Wheaton has more facial hair than I do, and yet mine looks better.
Johnny. You guys go. All right, Phil. So.
What?
And then what do you think is the best Data episode? I'm gonna say The Offspring.
The Offspring, yeah. Or no, yeah.
What was The Offspring again? Oh,
the one with him creating a child.
No, wait. No, it's Measure of a Man.
Yeah.
It's Measure.
I hate to say this, but the best Data isn't in TNG. The best Data was Generations when he finally
come on. No.
When he says, "Oh,
I like Generations."
I like Generations, but that's just a little too much.
The song, "Tiny Little Life Forms." Oh, we need to play that. Paul,
no spoilers.
You haven't.
Tiny Little Life Forms by Data.
No spoilers.
Oh, you haven't watched Generations yet, have you?
No, in fact, we're not even there in the timeline.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
When you see it, you're gonna love it, Paul. You'll agree with me.
It's a good movie, though.
It has problems, though. I'm not gonna
Yeah, it does have some problems, but it's a good film.
Kirk gets underused. You probably know about Kirk.
Yes. Yes, he does.
He died
I agree with
in a
that.
bad way, I heard.
Yeah, he does get underused in that movie. I agree with that.
I hate to say this, but I always thought they should have kept O'Brien and got rid of Wesley and let O'Brien take his.
No, that would have made DS9. That would have ruined DS9.
Oh, what's interesting? This whole
O'Brien was better on DS9.
People are like,
O'Brien was better on DS9, but imagine Wesley on DS9. It would not work.
I like.
Work. Yeah, it would be horrible.
He's a great actor.
On any episode of any Star Trek, not even these bad ones.
I didn't even know he appeared in Picard until someone saw a clip, and for some reason, Data's daughter is now a traveler. Oh, so bad writing.
Wait, what? Data.
No, Wesley is a traveler now.
Yes. Yeah, and he makes Data's daughter a traveler, so to write her out of the show. No. In Picard, the whole story is that he had two daughters.
You watched all the season of Picard too, didn't you?
I actually liked the story until it went south, and then it became the Let's Hate Picard show. Yay. I liked the story with the two daughters. I thought it was interesting, but then it just kept getting worse and worse, and I'm like, I'm done.
You watched all of season 2, though, right?
No, I only watched the beginning of season 2, and then I found out that they meet ICE agents in the present as a joke. That's not even funny if you're gonna do that. It's not even Star Trek 4 funny.
Well, apparently, I found this out in the vac tube. Strange New Worlds brings back Cybok.
Yes.
Strange New Worlds brings back Cybok?
Yes.
Oh,
I hear you're handy.
Yes, they do.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and they have a non-binary crew member. No more, no more, no more. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I think we're gonna make Crit go crazy and break out his voice changer.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna start freaking out again.
Wait a minute. I'm connecting the dots. No.
I'm Gretchen from
No.
I just can't believe my luck.
No.
What is it?
The non-binary actor is Cybok?
Yes. Yes.
No. No, that's horrible. That's horrible. So Spock's brother is non-binary and oh no, 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 no.
I could, but Braun knows much more.
Most illogical.
You should really talk to him.
And I'm clipping that, by the way.
He's amazingly knowledgeable.
I connected the dots. I looked that up and then I saw the character and like, uh-oh.
I do. There's a big
Uh-oh.
man living down
No.
here. The trouble, I've tried the only thing I haven't tried is thank you. If you do manage to, so you do.
Can someone find Kirksman
But I'm afraid
and
if
put
you
him
leave
in the
me, I
room
won't
with
even know
Star
what to
Trek
do.
fans
But perhaps Braun
and
will
have
know
him
what
actually
answers
watch?
to the
Oh.
Okay, Phil, now I agree with you. Hashtag justice for Star Trek 5.
No.
Now it's justice
Never.
for what they did to Cybok.
Although
Even though it's
I still say hashtag Spock should have been an only child.
Hashtag justice for a Shatner cut.
What? What? No.
Yeah,
I don't think he wants
Paul
it.
does not like the Shatner cut of Beyond of Star Trek 5. He did not.
It also seems.
You guys actually watch that?
Brilliant.
Yes, it fixed a lot of things, but Paul thought it took away the charm.
And I still say that.
No.
You guys actually watch that?
It fixed all the visual effects, and then there was the R2D2 scene. It was too good. It was too.
My research, I believe so, but to this day. And
Okay, Cash has to watch Rise of the Planet of the Apes. So does Paul.
Right now, watching the best song ever performed on Star Trek, barring none.
Cash and Paul need to watch a real Godzilla movie.
I thought I did.
I'm good with Gino.
What can I do for you?
That's not Godzilla.
Yes, it is. It's on the box art.
It's not Godzilla.
Box.
It's on the movie poster.
It's on
not,
the movie. It's still considered a Godzilla movie, even if it's got a lot of problems.
Nope.
I'm not going to send Paul that clip of that music of, that in Star Trek, because that is
nope.
You mean row your boat gently down the stream?
It says here. It says.
This beats railroad.
I'm saving it for later.
You know what? I'm going to send
Wait,
It says here.
Is it Uhura dancing?
So Paul, officially, Toho, the creators of Godzilla, they canceled the trademark for Zilla, the Gino movie. So it's no longer is dead. It is no longer Godzilla. It is not a Godzilla movie. If the it's not a Godzilla movie.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Kat, have you ever seen the movie Carrie?
I've seen some of it. I know
I don't
of
like that
it.
movie.
I'm talking the original, not
Yeah, the original. I've watched some of it. Yeah. Oh, here, Phil, let me send you some that my friend sent me earlier about how Freddy's face has changed, and also how Chucky's face has changed. It's true. It's not menacing.
By the way, I will not touch the Nightmare on Elm Street movies with a 10-foot pole.
I've watched some.
I was scared of Chucky, and I like the first movie. The whole purpose is I like the first movie of those films because the whole horror is you don't know if the little boy is telling the truth because he's the only one that knows the doll's coming alive. Another thing is they don't show the doll actually killing anyone in that. It's kind of like to your imagination, so you don't know if it's the little boy doing it or if it's the doll.
Oh my god!
Oh.
What is that? Right? Why?
Isn't that horrible?
That whoever did that should be. Oh god!
By the way,
and that second picture next to underneath that other horror one.
Yeah.
It's even
Hold on,
more-
I need to look at what y'all are looking at.
Alright, hold on, I'll send it.
Them two remakes, if that's what you want to call them.
No, I
They're
hate
bland.
those remakes. I hate the sequels.
Gross.
I went.
Yeah.
Like the originals.
The ones on the right, they're just not very good at all.
No, they're not. It's literally...
No.
It's
Yeah.
literally... If you had bought it, not even... it's literally Wish.com of it.
I hate to say it, the new looking Chucky looks more grotesque than the original one.
The new Chucky looks like a bad version of Dennis the Menace or something.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
A redheaded Dennis the Menace.
Yes.
In the movie, the funny thing is they kind of lost the meaning because in the movie when he transfers his soul to the doll, Chucky, at least he's a doll at first, but then over the course of the movie, his skin begins to change because his human form's consuming the doll, which is an interesting thing. His hairline begins to change. They kind of missed the mark with this horrible reboot. I don't know.
See, they wanna change it because it's like sensibility. The sensibilities, like they have to pander. Something's offensive about the old looking Chucky, I'm sure, and so they have to change it to make it look nicer. I can see it. I can definitely see it.
If that's the case, I want them to redo the horror movies, the Candyman, because I find it offensive.
Okay.
Not inclusive or diversified enough. No, all serious, I do like the Candyman series.
We started watching that, Crit and I, one. We didn't finish it, I don't think. We're watching that though. Candyman. It's pretty interesting.
I don't
Tony Todd is Candyman. He's pretty cool.
I don't think Paul will watch that.
No. Paul. If Paul can get through Alien without being freaked out this time, we'll try to show him some Evil Dead. He might like Evil Dead, the originals. It's more psychological and creepy.
I would thought you guys were trying to persuade him after Aliens. That when you're done with the Alien second one.
We're not.
Pinhead. Let him do Pinhead.
I don't know if you'd like Pinhead.
Nope.
No, that's too satanic for Paul.
Yeah, it is.
Or the
I don't think Paul would do that.
Prophecy series.
Alien is mild compared to that.
Have you ever seen that?
Phil, you're going down dark territory.
Cash, have you ever seen The Prophecy?
I've heard of it.
Awesome movie. The first one's the best one. Second and third one are okay, and then you want to stop there. Story ends. There's no other prophecy but that.
Let's run back up.
Prophecy is about angels.
I like the
Good
Jaws
angels
sequels
banning.
except 4. 4 is just a horrible movie.
And it has Christopher Walken. He plays Gabriel. If you do what he says, he promises to give you all the ice cream you ever want. You know,
If we want to freak Paul out, we should have him watch Poltergeist. Have you watched that, Paul?
I've already been freaked out enough. I watched Alien.
We will do more.
Like your big boy pants, Paul. There's worse movies than Alien.
Yes.
Oh, trust me, I have seen worse. Y'all don't know nothing about Christian horror movies. That's some real scary stuff.
Christian horror.
Okay.
What do you think The Exorcist is? That's a Christian horror movie. You got priests trying to perform an exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Even still.
That's right. The original.
Yep.
That girl is creepy as heck, man. I didn't like. The Exorcist when I was younger. Then I watched it later when I was older. Oh.
Cash, would you want to date that actress after seeing that movie? Could you lay in bed next to that? No, I could not.
I don't know. I haven't really thought of it, dude.
Think about it. You're laying next to somebody that played the girl in The Exorcist. You wake up right next to it, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
I mean, somebody married her, so.
I think it was Rick Springfield. I know he was dating her for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, that is
I don't
just.
think Paul knows who Rick Springfield is.
No, I don't. I don't even know who that is. Is he
I
the?
don't.
Oh my God! You don't know who Rick Springfield is?
Was she still alive?
Oh, Rick Springfield. Oh, the. Oh, right, the singer. Sorry.
Singer and
Yes, my bad. Yes.
Hospital.
Rick Springfield did Jesse's Girl, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry, I didn't hear you. You were a little soft before. Oh, yes, I.
What's his name? The guy who played in wrestling, the guy that was Jimmy Hart. He made when the WWF made all them songs, he made a mockery of the one. His song was "Eat Your Heart Out," Rick Springfield.
I find it very interesting though that some of these wrestlers have become actors. I guess it would make sense since they're acting their part anyways as wrestlers, but
yeah.
I'm glad Rick Flair never became an actor. Thank you.
Who knows? Woo!
Roddy Piper didn't do bad in that movie.
No, he didn't.
I love that movie.
They Live is a wonderful movie. Yeah.
Well, Hogan did some movies, didn't he? Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Zeus. Rah! And Zeus is screaming. I like that movie. Ironically, I think it's cheesy goodness.
And I know this will hurt.
And there's a part where Hulk's with this woman, and they're in this hotel
and I
room.
know
And his
hurt
ass,
Jesse
and he's
Ventura's feeling.
oops, I said
Is acting in.
You just said a no word.
He's just kneeling, and his butt is like full frontal in front of this woman. Like, it's so weird.
Jesse Ventura's acting is only just that one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Predator, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have time.
Nope, he's in The Running Man. He was
Right? I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen The Running Man?
No.
All
Running
right,
Man
Cash,
has.
we need to have a talk.
There's a lot of. I don't think I've seen that.
What was that? Family Feud. He was the original host of Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I've. You know what movie? I was surprised some people don't like that Arnold was in Eraser. I thought that was a good movie.
I liked him in Total Recall, and then I liked the one where he did
Total Recall, Last Action Hero.
I love Last Action Hero. I know a lot of people don't.
You know what movie I love that we should watch? The Rock with Sean Connery.
I've watched that many times. I watched that.
Michael Bay's only good movie, by the way.
Really good film. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Credits.
Wow, that's the first time I see a mod give the list of credits.
Yeah. Alright, let me get back into my normal outfit. And you know what it's time to do now, Phil?
Yeah, that was Don Simpson's last movie, The Rock. I know Crit knows who Don Simpson is, and you know who Don Simpson is, right? Well, of course you do, Crit.
Who's Don Simpson?
I do not.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
I know Jerry Bruckheimer.
I thought I had lost.
From now on, Jerry Bruckheimer movies. If there's a movie that's produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, I'm gonna go see it in the cinema.
And just so you know, everybody watching the gaming stream, Paul is going to turn back to being a werewolf. He has found out the
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Look,
Stop. Hashtag
even though
Phil McCracken abuses Paul.
That's right.
Hair coming out his ear.
No, what I really meant is it's time for the Civil War.
And you're not going to join the Stormcloaks.
You know what, Phil? Just because you said something.
You're not going to join the Stormcloaks.
It's time for the Godzilla War.
Paul's a vampire, and on his character, you got red hair. And he says, and he doesn't want to see stuff like Interview with the Vampire. Like, come on.
I
Come
never
on, Paul.
said that. I will see Interview with a Vampire. Oh, and by the way, Cash, can you prove once and for all that you don't mind redheaded women?
I don't. I never
made a comment about him having red hair.
I made a. It's cool, man. No, I'm glad your female character is red hair. No, justice for redheads, always, man. I made a tweet about that a few months ago.
Love Red Sonja.
Proud of myself.
You love Red Sonja.
You know what they need to
I
do?
haven't watched that movie ever.
They need to join the Godzilla war by actually watching a Godzilla movie.
You know what? I really cannot wait for Paul to see Conan the Destroyer. Awesome movie.
Red Sonja. I like to say Sonja.
I
Paul
really don't like Red Sonja, Paul. Just for seeing Bridget Nelson with her red hair.
I've seen the Nostalgia Critic review of Red Sonja. I know what she looks like.
Oh, that's cheating. Cheating. Cheater.
Hey, you've seen me cheat enough in this game.
He's cheating.
Yes, I am.
He's supposed to figure this stuff out himself. Dude, people
If you want a really bad movie, I could just show you Godzilla's Revenge. Where Godzilla's son talks like, he talks like this. Hello there, young boy.
If you guys want to play a piece of
that's the worst Godzilla movie.
You know that one with
it is the stock footage too.
Matthew Broderick does count as a Godzilla film. Yes.
If you want to
No, it doesn't. It says here Zilla, formerly known as Godzilla. It's not.
Understand they somehow greenlighted a sequel, Human Centipede.
I know what that movie is. I've not seen it, but I've been told. I refuse.
Yeah, don't, dude. If you want to know about the centipede, watch that South Park episode. Then you'll know everything.
Watch the South Park episode for this.
So disturbing and disgusting.
I will say that South Park episode is the second best one of all time.
How can I help?
Nothing beats the first.
It's weird, but it made me laugh for sure.
The best South Park of them all.
I think the movie is some of the best South Park, personally.
Canada, when we go to war against Canada.
Yes.
But I still like the Civil War. Robert Harmon Lee.
The whole thing with the devil and Saddam Hussein cracks me up, dude. I laugh so hard.
I like the part where...
Oh, and if you see that movie, they are actually making fun of the devil in that film, Paul.
I like the part where the chef tells all the brothers, he goes, all right, we're tired of us all getting killed in every movie, and every war. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go in front of the white guys.
Yes.
And then fall back and send the white boys to the front.
Yep. I know.
We're going to charge to the rear.
Can we actually say what the operation is, or you think Paul might get canceled? We better not. We better not. We better.
Joke, but YouTube won't. That operation title was hilarious. I love the chef.
Yes, dude, it was so funny. We'll tell Paul off stream.
Alright, here we go. We're starting the Civil War.
The Civil War?
And I'm going with the Empire.
Get your floaties.
Get your raincoat.
Oh, I'd love that.
To me,
your Godzilla film
sides in the Civil War is a no-brainer. When you play Skyrim, you got to pick the Imperials. It's like picking the South in the Civil War. You got to.
Then let's start as soon as we have
Fight for hearth and family.
Yeah, just for you, Phil, I went in.
Crit, if you told me you're playing Skyrim and you became a Stormcloak, I will disown you here and there.
No,
I'll never see you again.
You have a chat with Legged Rigger.
I think when I play Skyrim again, I'll be in Imperial.
Good choice.
No, I chose the Stormcloaks.
I hate you, Crit. I'm not talking to you ever again.
He's not even going to share Red Sonja with you.
No Star Trek V Shatner cut for you.
No, you're done. You're done. Because you know what? I can picture you doing that just like 2 weeks ago and did it. Say, I am going to become a Stormcloak just to make Bill angry.
Stormcloaks.
You hurt me emotionally.
You were gonna get killed by the Imperials. You gotta take revenge against the Imperial menace.
Are good guys.
Nope.
Yes. Justice for the Empire. The Empire is good.
Justice for Godzilla.
Godzilla would be on the Imperial side.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would.
Nope.
We're going to install a
Crush him. He would crush his enemies, see him driven before him, and hear the lamentations of their women.
Every day more join his cause.
The Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie is so bad. I'd rather watch a classic 60s Godzilla movie. And those movies aren't even bad.
It was that bad.
Okay, alright, alright, Crit. Gino or Star Trek 5?
Star Trek 5.
Gino or Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes.
Gino or Santa Inc?
Gino. Sorry, there are some things I can't take. But even then, Gino is an abomination to the Godzilla name.
Gino or Booga Boo Boo?
Booga Boo Boo. It's not even a...
I know, I'm just...
Okay, I'll say this, Alien or... Well, you're rewatching Alien, so maybe your opinion will change.
Alien?
You better get your big boy pants, you're gonna rewatch Alien
See,
again.
Paul, you should have really brought out the big guns. You should have said Alien or Batwoman series.
If you said Alien, if you said Gino or Godzilla's Revenge, I would still pick Godzilla's Revenge, and that's the worst Godzilla movie. So
would you take it over Batwoman?
Yes, I would watch Godzilla's Revenge over Batwoman.
So, Cash.
Alright, Crit. Gino or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
Ooh.
Fallen Kingdom. Gino's a horrible movie. You can't convince me.
What?
It's a horrible movie.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Nope. I don't agree.
Gino is horrible. Then you need
Nope.
to watch another Godzilla movie then.
What do you got against Juno, man?
Gino's horrible.
Gino is a T-Rex iguana.
It's not Godzilla. It's
Oh,
a iguana.
you know what? I thought you said something else.
I demand to have 2 minutes because Fat Steven is...
Oh, you're not talking about the...
He's
You're not
back
talking
in
about...
here just trying to stop the sexiness.
He's talking about the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie.
Cannot handle
Oh, no.
sexier than him.
That was horrible.
I thought you were talking about the drama with J.K. Simmons, Crit.
Phil,
You're not talking about that, are you? Okay.
Phil,
No,
I'm
we're
just
talking
stay
about-
quiet.
Okay, you said Juno, I thought, so I was like...
Juno. You mean with the formerly
Yes.
Cage?
Yes, that movie was really good. That's why I got confused.
It is good, but then you rewatch and you're like, oh boy.
Oh, what happens to Ellen Page?
How the mighty have fallen.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm posting selfies of myself shirtless with my mutilated body. Yeah. Oh man. Now, yeah.
He can't handle that, you know. Sexy.
It's just like I can't watch X-Men: The Last Stand.
Yeah, a lot of people have mixed feelings about that movie.
X2's the best X-Men movie, by the way.
It's a great X film. It really is.
Before there was MCU, there was X2, X-Men United. It's too
I
bad
still
for
agree with my
MCU.
father. First
Okay,
X-Men
do
movie
you
is
guys
still a
see
bit
this?
short.
Do you guys see this right now? I'm about to take this bony, deceased, decaying wolf as a follower.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a shame.
I'm just gonna tell it to wait for me at home.
Fat Steven threw me for a loop because I wasn't expecting him to show up. It's okay. I'll go into a stream tomorrow.
That's okay.
And give off my massive sex appeal. 2
Phil,
seconds.
Phil, you're the only person I know brave enough to go toe-to-toe with Fat Steven in a battle of trolling.
Oh, there is no better troll than
But, like, I still think Godzilla's Revenge is the worst because why does Godzilla need revenge? It's not about Godzilla's revenge. All it is about his son and this little boy that gets bullied by people. And then this... Where's the revenge? I don't understand. Why is it called Godzilla's Revenge? Why is it more like Godzilla's, I don't know, depression therapy?
Just like, why is Godzilla with Matthew Broderick called Godzilla when it's an iguana? It could be called Zilla, which is actually its name.
You want to know the funniest thing about that movie is the people that made that movie. Number one, you know, they made Independence Day, they made Stargate and such, and of course those movies got hated also. But
Independence Day, those movies aren't hated. Where
but
do
at
you
the
hear
same
this?
time, well, they were hated by the critics, most notably Siskel and Ebert. Siskel and Ebert, like, really, Oh, hello to Big Mac, who says, glad people are still streaming on YouTube just up. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Well, what if you...
Well, here's the thing. The critics hated those movies, and so the people that made Gino went out of their way to put people in the movie that looked a lot like Siskel and Ebert, and, like, made them, like, these horrendous caricatures, and yet didn't go all the way with it, and have Godzilla eat them.
Godzilla doesn't eat people. There you go. That's a red flag. He doesn't eat people. He tramples them.
They're not tasty enough for Godzilla.
No, Godzilla eats other monsters.
He eats other monsters and seafood.
And seafood, yeah. That's basically his.
Oh, by the way, Crit, that's a lot of fish.
That's a lot of fish.
Anyway, guys, I got a call tonight. I got to go.
Good night.
All right, Phil.
All right, dude.
You know what? Well, you guys know the drill. If Phil's going to bed, we all go to bed.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna watch Aliens and maybe a Godzilla movie. So who knows?
Ooh.
All right. Well, I will make sure to tune in for only Aliens.
Ooh.
Kidding. All right, guys. Anyways, though, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember, everyone, at least the working new catchphrase is, the fandom is the force, and the force is family. See you guys.